Hey y'all, it's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. The title says two facts about people, but this is actually two facts about men. And so I didn't want it to be any clickbait type of thing. So if you clicked on here, then you get a secret that other people miss. But something you probably already know anyway. So it's fine either way. But I'm learning about men every day. And because of course you live in the world with men, but also you get to work. I get to work with men, and so I was just like, okay, all right. One thing for sure is men are petty. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it like it is. And I got confirmed this again yesterday. Yesterday, that they are petty. So I was working with this guy, and I was having him. I was having him do something he didn't like to do, and so when it was time for him to do something else, I was like, okay, do this or whatever. He like wouldn't do it, and I was just like, why? What what's the deal? It was just like being petty. You probably like that. That ain't being petty. That is petty. That is so petty. But another one was someone was talking about this guy, and he made like a whole big ordeal about they were kind of going back and forth, and I'm just like, men don't do that. Men just talk about it, squash it, fight, be done with it. But no, like, men are with the pettiness. Like, they want the petty. And I don't know. I don't know. I'm just trying to realize that women, I feel like we can be catty, but men are like, maybe they're a casual petty, so it's not really out there, so you can't see it as well as you can see women, because women, we're just kind of like, whatever, we'll shoot it to you straight. But men, they'll get a slick petting in. And this is kind of a rant, and it's actually a funny video, I think. So I hope you weren't looking for something too serious, but hear me when I say this: men are petty. And another thing is they like to be needed. And maybe that is a personal thing. Maybe that is really true about what I said. Two things about people. Like, this may be something that all people need, but I feel like men, more especially, like to feel needed. And I guess it's more so innate. I don't think it's an ego thing. It probably can become that way if if they're not rooted or grounded by the Lord. It may become an ego. But the same guy that I was telling you that did not want to do what I had asked, when I asked him to do something like I couldn't do, he was doing it for like a long time to actually try to get it done. And I was just like, now you just was being petty. You're just being petty. So how come now when I need your help, you just, because it's something that, like I said, I couldn't do, you were just working at it, like constantly trying to get it done. And that just made me realize the heart of men are very vulnerable. And so this isn't a video to bash people or bash men or anything. It's just like, women are a little bit more, and I don't want to say stronger, because we know we are the weaker vessel as far as in strength. But I think because we have been in a life where we basically have to do certain things, that we've become stronger on as far as dealing with the world and dealing with life, versus, and not to say that men don't, but when they put their all into something, it really crushes them when it doesn't pan out. And I can just remember a lady telling me about her dad crying because this guy had gave him his word and he went back on it. And you may say, that's very, who cares? Well, of course, in this day and age, people will go back on their word all the time. But it's just like, when a man shows you like he trusts you, if you go back on that, like, he will be really upset and feel, I guess, disrespected. And of course, I'm coming from a female perspective, so I can't really talk about being a man, but just witnessing it, I realized that if a man really cares about you, he will do, you know, whatever, move the mountains if you ask him to do it. But it's just like, do something that causes him to question I guess not really question your loyalty, but maybe that is the word, question you. You're like, hold on, I can't deal with you no more. But because that's how men are. We know men will. That's another thing. See, I done got on another subject now. Men, they will drop you like a bad habit. But we women, we'll just be staying around. We'll stay around. You treat us crazy, and we'll stay around. But men, when they let that vulnerability come in and they feel like you betrayed them, they will never see you the same way. And so I hope you actually get something from this video. I was making the video to be funny because I was like, men be petty and they want to feel needed, which is not a bad thing.